Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday, and our guest host this morning is Miss Pat. Good morning, Miss Pat.
Good morning, Miss Pat.
Good morning. I thought you was going to run out of air over there. You know you're too old to be yoing like that.
I be feeling that way.
You heard his voice cracking, right?
Yeah, I heard him running. You sound like you were fat like me for about 2 seconds.
I got one recorded, but they don't never play it.
No, because you here live.
Well, we here.
Well,
They
Miss
want
Pat.
you to fall out that king chair.
Miss Pat is our guest host this morning. How you feeling? How was your weekend?
It was great. I just left, I don't know where I just came from, but I'm here.
You're here.
What was I at this weekend?
I don't know. You looking at me like I'm your manager. I don't know. You had shows this weekend?
Well, yes, I had 5 shows.
Oh,
Damn.
Jesus.
No wonder you can't remember.
I cannot remember where I was at.
I bet you remember how much you got paid, though.
Yeah, I
I
bet you
sure
that.
do. I did really well. I had 5 sold out shows.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Over the weekend, shout out to everybody, all the track dads out there. I was out in Boston. My son had you had a track meet, a couple of track meets, 2x400. He had a 60 and a 200. So I was out there for a little bit. Then I flew out to Chicago. I had to do some work in Chicago. What about you, Shala?
I didn't do a damn thing. I was home, club couch all weekend. Felt great too.
Mm-hmm.
Felt great.
You watch
I didn't do
college
nothing.
basketball at all?
I didn't watch no college basketball. I was actually reading because I never read Raekwon's From Staircase to Stage, and I woke up on Saturday morning. You know what? I went to the library with my 2 of my youngest daughters, me and my wife. And I was sitting in there like, man, I want to get Raekwon's book. So I started to check it out the library, but they didn't have it, so I went and bought it. And that's all I was doing all weekend was reading.
Okay.
I ain't do nothing. I ain't watch no television, no nothing. I just been reading.
That's a good thing. All
My
right.
niece used to run track.
Yeah?
I used to be one of them ghetto parents out there.
Well, you yelling, screaming?
What you talking about? And, be saying ugly stuff to ugly. Kill him! Kill him!
It's just track. What's she doing now?
Who?
Denise.
Cocaine.
God damn. It happens. It happens.
Jesus. Well, Wall Street Trapper will be joining us this morning. He's going to talk about the stock market and some of the things you can do to make some a little extra change.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're going to kick in with him. And then we got front page news next. Silicon Valley Bank. If you got your money in there, well, we'll pray for you. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
And we got the good sister Tesla Figaro.
Yes, she'll be joining us for front page news. That's right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Miss Pat, our co-host. And let's get in some front page news.
And we got the Hood Whisperer, Tesla Figaro, joining us for front page news this morning.
Good morning, Tez.
Good morning. What's happening, everybody?
Good. Let's start off with some NCAA men's basketball tournament. If you watch the ACC tournament, Duke, they beat the Virginia Cavaliers 59-49 in the Big East tournament. Xavier beat the Golden Eagles 65-51. Excuse me, the Golden Eagles won that one. Now, Ja Morant, it seems like his Powerade ads have been pulled because of what went down in that strip club the other night. Coca-Cola pulled all its ads right now because that's him being suspended for flashing a gun. But also, it seems like the strip club released a picture of him in that club, and it just seems like it was just him and a chick alone.
Well, Powerade, I'm sure, is just for the moment because the block is hot right now. So when the block cool off, they'll be back. And I would never frequent that strip club ever again. I would never go to that strip club ever again because I don't see what them releasing those pictures had to do with the investigation at all.
None at
and the
all.
investigation's closed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is closed. There was no reason to post that picture.
At all.
It was a strip club, not a church.
That's right.
That's right. And the stripper should sue, right?
That one stripper.
Yeah,
that one stripper.
Got her business all online.
She might
Cheeks
be
out.
getting a lot of more tips since that picture came out. Stop blocking the blessings.
That is true.
You don't know how to make no money.
Let me find the Ja Morant stripper. People go in there and ask for it. Yeah. I can see that.
I don't know about that. I mean, she might have kids. She might not want her picture out there. She might
She's
be
a stripper.
Well, she was face down, ass up, so you really couldn't see her face.
Oh,
She was a stripper,
Yeah.
so she hey, somebody looking for that mole on her behind.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
telling you, they looking for that. That was John Morant. Who was the little boy who flashed the gun at her?
Ja
Ja Morant.
Yeah, John Morant had that, so everybody want that.
That Ja Morant script.
Now, also, it's a bad week to be in New York City on the East Coast, Miss Pat. There's going to be a nor'easter that's going to be shutting down the East Coast. They're talking heavy snow, heavy rain. And it's going to be pretty nasty. They're saying it's going to hit tonight. So everywhere from parts of North Carolina, Virginia, all the way up to Boston and New Hampshire will be hit heavily. So they're
But
talking
not
about...
here.
Yeah, here.
Oh, I gotta put my panty liners in the microwave, Charlamagne.
Damn.
Jesus.
Old women got to stay warm all over the place.
Now, Tez, can you fill us in on what's going on with the Silicon Valley Bank? Seems like people are losing their money left or right. They went there like crazy to get their money. The government is only saying that they're going to cover $250,000. Can you fill us in?
Yeah, this is a hot ass mess. The bottom line is, it looks like this is the second bank failing of the largest, that we've had in history. And so once again, the bank has ran out of money. Imagine needing to be able to go get your money and you don't have the ability to get it out. And what's worse is it seems like they really don't have, any answers. They keep saying, well, you'll be able to access the funds on Monday, but we'll see how it works. So don't be surprised if somebody run in the bank and, pull a little set it off move to be able to say, give me my money. So it just, it's sad to see. It's unfortunate for those who have put trust into the bank, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen on the political end on how they're going to once again bail out the bank, but yet fail to bail out everyday Americans who also need some bailing out on our own.
America coming. They coming with the cape on to bail that bank out.
Right. As per usual.
Maybe. You think so?
Absolutely.
Well, we have a news report that breaks it down a little.
Silicon Valley Bank just basically didn't have enough cash to cover all of the withdrawals. And so that means now that there are many of their clients who are worried about how long they can go without being able to access their cash. The speed of Silicon Valley Bank's collapse came as a shock to many clients. Some rushed to the headquarters in Santa Clara Friday, only to find that California officials had shut it down. A sign from the FDIC stated it had taken control of the assets and would reopen Monday to distribute up to $250,000 to each insured client with a phone number for customers to call.
That's wild. If I got $8 billion or $4 million in that bank, I'm only gonna get $250,000 this morning.
But you know who's gonna come up? The people who only had $40 in the bank. They're gonna get $250. I'll be at Silicon.
No, listen to Miss Pat.
No, they're not gonna get
Miss Pat.
They're not getting $250.
You gonna be in prison just like with the people with the PPP loans.
No, they're not gonna get $250.
I know a lot of them people in prison, but hey, if you didn't have a $40 and they giving everybody $250, I might have marching too.
So speaking of prison, what's going to happen to this bank for making this type of mistake? That's what I want to know. I want to follow the story to see, what type of trouble do they get in, for playing with people's money in this way. So there should be something that happens. Of course, it's usually not, but let's hope they actually do something about this mistake that they've made on these customers.
Seems like they were ass betting. It's a tech company type of bank, so everybody in tech usually puts their money in this bank, and they get loans from this bank to really enforce and push tech. But the problem is, I guess this bank invested wrong, and there's no money there. So when people started pulling their money out when the stock dropped on this bank, what does everybody do? They go to the bank and pull their money out, and it wasn't enough. So the only people that were able to get their money is the first bunch of people that got the money first, and nobody else is going to be able to get their money. So like you said, this morning when that bank opens up, there's going to be a lot of people outside demanding their money.
I just want to see what happens, because they said that they're going to get a bailout, but it's not going to be like 2008, and they say it's not going to be at taxpayers' expense, but the public could still bear some indirect costs. What the hell does that mean?
You know what
meaning we're gonna be paying for it. and Silicon Valley has big money in that area too.
Hey.
So we talking about some people with some serious money. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. So no, bottom line, Charlamagne, we're gonna be paying for it like we pay for everything else, but they can't never find our money for reparations. But we'll leave that alone.
You know about to have a whole bunch of white people about to come flying off buildings.
That is true.
It's gonna be rain.
Jesus Christ.
That's a suicide.
When things hit the fan like that, that's true.
Hey, they can't take no loss like we can. We're about to see flying white people.
All right.
That is true.
And that is front page
That's
news.
historically how it goes.
Taz, we're going to see you next hour.
Peace, absolutely.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Let us know how your weekend is. Y'all know the clock jumped up, so if you think it's an hour earlier, you're late. Just want to put that out there. 800-585-1051.
What kind of clock you got that don't set itself in 2023? You deserve to be late.
Nah, sometimes your car does. Well, no, your car doesn't.
My
now.
microwave clock was still behind.
Yeah, your microwave, the oven,
kitchen.
yeah, other stuff in the kitchen still does it. Some people's cars too. Yeah. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Come on, let's go.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray! Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
Oh, good morning, fellas. This is Will calling from Jersey.
Will,
I
what's
told
up?
you guys a couple of weeks ago, tell them about a couple of times I ran into Charlamagne at the gym.
Yes,
but
sir.
as far as the good morning, fellas, and young lady, I'm sorry.
That's Miss Pat. She don't like being called young lady.
All right, Pat, I'm sorry.
I'm 50 and I wear a panty line. I'm grown.
Oh, you know, with those lines, when you see them under the dress, it's kind of sexy. So don't sell yourself short.
Wait a minute. Wait till you see
Our
the name.
financial system sort of is like when cars go into a four-way intersection. It works best when everybody cooperates and everything goes smoothly. But if one car or something goes wrong, then the whole thing collapses. So what happened to that particular bank? Yeah, they may have made some bad investments, but all banks, you can use Chase for example, makes bad investments. But if there's a run on any particular bank, the bank you got your money in and I got my money in, they don't have all that cash. Some banks will say advertise we have X amount in reserves. But most of the money is tied up in other investments. So if everybody that had money in Chase this morning decided to go to get that money out of Chase, the same thing would happen. They wouldn't necessarily close, but everybody wouldn't be able to get their money out.
And you know what's crazy?
Capitalism is a funny thing.
Yeah, when you walk in the bank, most of them have signs that tell you if you lose your money, you're only insured up to $250,000.
$250,000. And now and I'm pretty sure you guys know this when you go away on vacation sometimes, especially if you're stateside and you want to take X amount of cash for tipping and things of that nature. If you want to take out a certain amount depending on your bank, you have to let them know in advance so that they know to have that. Yeah, I know people that do cash sales on large items at times, and they have to go ahead a couple of days in advance to give the bank a heads up.
That's a fact.
So this is bad because, you know, what they did or what they didn't do, and they have even like I'll leave you like this, even with auto dealerships, they come and get audited, and if they get audited at the wrong time and something's wrong, they'll lose their, I think it's called a floor loan. Yeah, and that's the money for all of the cars that are on the floor. On a lot.
Yeah, yep.
Well, thank you, long story short, our system more or less is a bank of cards. Even the hedge fund system is even more insane because they bet. That's why they won't let certain people in the hedge funds. They want you not to need the money, so they know that you're not going to ask for it back until 5-10 years.
Yeah, they use that to invest that money, and then what happens is when people see that stock drop, you know, people are scared. They want to pull their money just in case, and one person pull their money, two people pull their money, and everybody start pulling their money, and then all of a sudden the bank ain't got no more money, which seems wow. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is William. Good morning, Breakfast Club.
Good morning, William.
Good morning.
Hey, how y'all doing? Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, Miss Pat, good morning.
What's up, brother? How are you, man? We blessed, black, and highly favored over here.
Yes, me too. Hey, Miss Pat, I wanted to say we love you. Me and my wife, we love you, love you, love you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We tune into you all the time. I just wanted to say good morning to you. Once again, Envy, I love the book. Love the book.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. The paperback is actually coming out in a couple of weeks,
during
too.
The pandemic, but I never got my literature from you.
I don't know what they've been doing up here, man. Everybody calling up here saying they ain't getting nothing.
Well, hold on one second. We'll put you on hold and see if we can get you what you need, brother.
All right, God bless. I love y'all.
Love you back. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how much it is now. Back then,
exactly. It's high.
Well, everything high now because of inflation.
Well, get it off your chest, man. Why are you so upset this morning?
Because I lost an hour and I'm tired.
You tired?
You sound cranky.
You do.
You sound like you need to go back to sleep. You ain't got no job anyway.
I'm at work. No. I'm at work.
Where you work at?
MCA in West Farms Depot in the Bronx.
Okay.
I moved New York.
So you mad because you had to wake up another hour? or extra hour?
Listen,
you was going to wake up anyway.
The bridge before the traffic starts.
Ma'am, some people didn't even wake up this morning. You blessed.
I know. Miss Pat, I love you. And you're not going to get on me this morning.
I'm not. I'm just saying you being ungrateful. You know how many people that didn't wake up that you not.
I'm not ungrateful, Miss Pat.
My friend Dog died last night. My friend
Monday morning, Miss Pat. I'm just a little tired. It's okay.
All right, stop being grouchy now.
Be a little happy, all right?
That's all.
Yeah.
No, you know what? When I get on the bus and start picking up the people, I'm a different person.
See, that's your problem. You on the bus.
Oh, you a bus driver?
She a bus driver.
Bus operator, fool, not a driver.
Bus operator in the Bronx. You know what? Actually, I need you to stay angry, because if you stay angry, you're gonna stay dangerous. You need to be on guard out there in the Bronx. Stay dangerous. Bro.
No, I'm not dangerous.
Christine,
19 years.
When did they change bus driver to bus operator? I just want to make sure I got it right, because I didn't know.
It's a bus operator. And then maybe when we started getting in, before the clear people left, then it became bus operator.
All right, Christine, you have a good morning, right? Don't let nobody stress you out.
Oh no, never. I get my coin.
There you go, Christine.
You sound like you could.
Hold it down over there in Prospect Towers too.
I am.
We used to have fun in that building.
Oh man, remember when you first moved in? They told you that.
And that lady told me you was gay.
Yeah.
I first moved into the building. Hey, Miss Pat, when I first moved into that building, the lady said, "Charlamagne, I need to talk to you." She said, "You need to watch Envy. You need to watch Envy." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because he comes over here and he got a little boyfriend over here that look just like you. He's short with a bald head, same complexion. So you might be his type." I said, "For real?" She said, "Yes." I'd be walking past there and I hear all kind of sounds coming from that apartment.
That was a lie.
That's what
My
she.
best
I'm telling you what
friend
she
used to
said.
live in that building. That kind of looks like Charlamagne.
How many best friends you know in Atlanta, Pat?
You're stupid, man. Shout out to Little Sean, man.
I'm gonna give him some game. It was New York, not Atlanta. In Atlanta, that rumor would have took off. Oh boy, you have on eyelashes by now. They're gonna force you into that lane.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we gotta talk the Oscars and the rumors. We'll let you know if Angela Bassett finally got that Oscar. All right, keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We got Miss Pat here, our co-host. Good morning, Miss Pat.
Good morning.
And let's get to the rumors. Let's talk the Oscars last night.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. On the Breakfast Club.
Now, last night was the Oscars. Jimmy Kimmel was the host, and he started his monologue taking a couple of slaps at Will Smith and Chris Rock.
We want you to feel safe, and most importantly, we want me to feel safe. So we have strict policies in place. If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point during the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor and permitted to give a 19-minute long speech. No, but seriously, the Academy has a crisis team in place. If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing. Sit there and do absolutely nothing. Maybe even give the assailant a hug. And if any of you get mad at a joke and decide you want to come up here and get jiggy with it, it's not going to be easy. There are a few of my friends you're going to have to get through first. You're going to have to get through the heavyweight champ, Adonis Creed, before you get to me.
Well, that slap has provided a year's worth of content, hasn't
Yes,
it?
it has.
I didn't talk about it at all.
I don't blame you.
Ain't nobody slapped me, so I ain't talking about nobody else slap. I don't get into that Hollywood stuff. Ain't nobody hit me. That's all. Don't hit me.
Mm-hmm. Now, Rihanna, she sang "Lift Me Up" during the 2023 Oscars.
That was one of the most depressing songs of all time.
You know what? I didn't want to say that because I don't want to ruin my career. That song drains me.
It does drain the hell out of you.
It make me think about everybody who ever stuck their thumb up my butt. It just brings back bad memories to me. It's horrible. I think it's a great song.
That is the point of it. But God dang, I don't want to hear it.
It's a funeral song.
It is, man.
Oh.
It is. That's why I said the best time to hear it is at the end of Black Panther. I don't want to hear that song no other time. Not on the radio. Not at the Oscars.
You need to go to sleep from a breakup. He left. Somebody robbed you. Somebody did you. I mean, and people was like, "You wrong to say that." It put me to sleep. It just dreamed. It made me feel like I weigh 110 when I'm 280.
What? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the thumb in the butt. That's all.
Of course you would be. You would be, Envy.
Just asking. That right. Just asking.
I'm telling you that song.
You'd be depressed if you woke up 110, Miss Pat?
No, I'd be happy, but it just made me feel like I'm floating. It don't make me feel good.
I'm with you.
Now, also, we got to shout out to Ruth E. Clark. She became the first black woman to win 2 Oscars. Of course, she did costume design for Black Panther. And, of course, she went to Hampton University.
Thank you to the Academy for recognizing the superhero that is a black woman. she loves, she overcomes. She is every woman in this film. She is my mother. This past week, Mabel Carter became an ancestor.
Oh, man.
This film prepared me for this moment. Chadwick, please take care of Mom. Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, thank you both for your vision. Together, we are reshaping how culture is represented.
All right.
God
Congrats
bless
to Ruthie Clark. Drop a bomb for her.
Yeah, God bless her for even showing up. Her mom passed away this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, her mama didn't get to see her win that.
Oh, she did.
She won the first one, yeah. She won the first one.
Oh, she won before?
She won.
No.
This is the second time.
No,
the second
she won
time
two
the Oscar.
last night.
No. She won last year. Well, the first
Panther?
Wakanda Black Panther. She
Oh,
won.
I didn't know that.
She won that one, and now she won this one. So she won two.
Man, I thought they gave her two last night.
No. She won for the original Black Panther. Now she won for this one.
I'm glad you cleared up for people who don't listen like me this morning.
And she did go to Hampton University. I want to put that back out there. And lastly, Jamie Lee Curtis beat out Angela Bassett.
Go ahead, Miss Patty.
You
what
know
that
what?
growling for?
First of all,
That's your stomach growling?
no, that was my neck growling. But I could. First of all, what did Jamie Lee Curtis win for? And a lot of us didn't even know she was still alive. And what is going on? When they said Jamie, I wasn't even watching it. I woke up, I was like, Jamie Lee Curtis, what'd she do? What she was in? What movie?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the movie. I've never seen
That's
it.
usually how the Oscars work, though. It's always the movies that a lot of people
for
didn't see.
Halloween, you know, everybody in the hood thought she won for Halloween. I'm for real. Everybody was like, she won for Halloween. I was like, they made another Halloween? Even Twitter said Halloween.
They did make another Halloween, though.
But she wasn't in it,
She
was
was
she?
in it. She was in. She had a little
I thought
short
she was
part.
in it.
Yeah, she had a little short part.
So that's what we thought she won the Oscar for, just popping out the closet saying, hello, I'm still here. What did she win for?
That movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I never seen it either.
I know one thing, though. Angela Bassett still waking up Angela Bassett this morning.
That's right.
Okay, and you do not need an Oscar to validate who Angela Bassett is.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, Angela Bassett had that black mama face on you. She was cussing everybody out. Let me tell you something. That look on her face. You know how the Oscar be want you to clap. Be nice. She was like, I don't give a up. She was going. I could read her eyes.
Because she probably feel like they set her up because they had the woman that did the Angela Bassett did the thing. She presented the awards. You know.
She presented the award.
I thought she did. I ain't watched the show.
Well, she just made that up.
I was like, you just made that up.
No,
you just made that
I
up.
swear I thought I saw that woman announcing that award.
No, the
that wasn't her.
internet did that.
No, I really saw that woman announce and say Jamie Lee Curtis won. That wasn't her?
I don't think so.
I think that was her, man.
Well, that lady just somebody on the street who sell tamales. Now, what are you talking about?
Man, shut up. What's her name? I swear I thought I saw the woman that said Angela Bassett did the thing introducing the award.
I don't think that
was not her.
You sure?
I don't think so. But later on, Michael B. Jordan came on stage and shouted her out as well.
Hey, Auntie, we love you.
And the crowd started cheering. They knew what it was for.
He should have just said it.
What,
he should have
what?
just said Angela Bassett got robbed. Old dirty bastard would have.
Dirty bastard would Kanye would have.
I'm saying Kanye would have.
Man, Kanye would have took that award from Jamie Lee Curtis and messed up her hair and snatched her dress off and said, "Here you go, here you go, Angela. Don't play with us. I'm off my medication today. Don't play with me."
Oh my goodness! All right, and that is your rumor report. Miss Pat is our co-host. When we come back, we got front page news. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Some People Have Real Problems by Britt Bennett. Tessa Thompson plays a conflicted woman who imagines living a totally different life. Start listening when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at the Home of Storytelling, audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host, Miss Pat, here. And let's get in some front page news. Now we got Tez joining us, of course. Now let's start off with Ja Morant. Now it looks like Ja Morant lost his Powerade. Well, I don't want to say that. Powerade pulled all the ads right now.
It's just for the moment. You know, the block is high right now. That's all. Like I said last hour. It's just for the moment. They'll be back once all is cool off.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, just for the moment, I feel like, they're really overdoing it on this one. I do, understand, the importance of him being the face for Powerade. He had just inked a really heavy deal, multi-million-dollar deal, Charlamagne. But when you really look at the video, it was literally like 2 seconds of him flashing a gun. There were no criminal charges. He didn't get in any trouble. He didn't do anything illegal. And when I look at, I did some research and I saw that the NRA has literally had athletes, featured on their website. So, although I'm looking at, both sides of it, which is, stay off IG. We don't have to put everything on IG. When you get new money, you got to do different things. When them folks give you that paper, they are expecting you to behave a certain way. But at the same time, I don't want to overlook that I feel like they're really overdoing it. They suspended him for 2 games, then went back in and said, well, we're going to suspend you for 4. So I'm looking to see if this is more of an example that they're making out of him.
Seems like it,
opposed to just really, just saying, okay, he made a mistake. So we just have to remember, we don't get the grace that other people get when they make those type of mistakes. But at the same time, we got to make sure that you stay focused on the bag and know that those people are watching.
Yeah, I think the only problem with y'all's situation is that he was under investigation for other violent situations. You know what I'm saying? Like punching the 17-year-old allegedly. And they say he flashed the gun on the 17-year-old. So for him to do that while he was under investigation for that's what's making everything that much more worse.
And then remember his team with the alleged red light.
The red light, yeah. Somebody.
But if they felt that way, then why give him the deal? So if they felt like, that was a problem on these alleged circumstances, why give him the multi-million-dollar deal to be the face of Powerade? So it's kind of like they're saying one thing but doing another. So if they had a problem with his background, you should have never gave him the deal, because remember, it's just Powerade that's pulling back the money. The team just suspended him and kind of moved on. They offered this young man a multi-million-dollar deal to be the face. So why didn't they look into that? I guess at first is my question.
Oh, I'm with you. I just think that it's a difference when it's alleged, when all this stuff is alleged, and then you get on Instagram going nah boo boo with your gun.
For sure. Well, keep your ass off Instagram. That's the bottom. That's the moral to the story.
And I would not go to the strip club. It's the strip club called Shotgun Willie's, I think, in Colorado.
Why you keep hating on the strip club?
Because they should have put these pictures. They should have put these pictures out.
Yeah, they should have put that picture out.
They the one put the picture out. Nobody just recorded.
That was the strip club. The strip club.
That was foul.
They wanted to say superstars come to the strip club, but they made a mistake and put out the picture with a pistol in his hand. Well, he should know.
No. He put out the picture of the pistol, but they put out the picture of him with the stripper and all the money.
All the money around.
What's wrong with the stripper and all the money?
Well, no, but also he went live, as well. So he flashed it. So
Oh yeah, I'm talking about after the fact. After the IG live video, they put out some pictures this weekend. Why, I don't know. I know some crimes didn't happen in Magic City.
The man can't flaunt his money.
He can, but if you go to strip club, you want a little privacy. He looks like he's in a private room. He didn't want that out there. If he wanted that out there, he would have put it out there.
That's right.
That's a little foul.
When you look, black folks, when you get new money, you got to stop doing black folk stuff. I mean, I don't even talk to my niggas.
That's right.
I don't even talk to niggas no more. I only talk to niggas with money. You gotta change it. You can't hang around and say, I tell my cousin, I don't know y'all. Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
You ain't lying. That's true.
Well, hey, I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. You got Medicaid. We can only get together on funerals.
What else we got, Ted?
Now, also, if you want to go to Berlin, now it seems like women in Berlin can now swim topless in the city's public pools, just as men can. So, Charlamagne, you can put your tatas out there now.
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. It's on and popping. What I think is interesting, in case you guys didn't know, there's 6 states you can go topless in. So in the U.S., Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, Kansas, and Oklahoma, you can let the titty committee finally has an opportunity. And guess where this came from? There was actually a movement called the Free Nipple Movement, where women really decided to say, hey, we believe that we should be able to, pop our chest out, and everybody should be equality. So they literally started the hashtag Free the Nipples. So now, Miss Pat, nipples are free. We can let them hang. We can put them on the table. We can do whatever we want to do, thanks to the Free Nipple Movement.
Let me say this to you: when I take my bra, my nipple go to the floor. They have no gravity.
God damn.
That's the natural titties.
The Pat said her need sneakers.
And I say titties.
My titties need some shoes on some little baby booties. Hey, I don't have them things. You just walk by and somebody can lick on them as they walk by. You gotta pick mine up, dust it off, off, unfold it, shake it to get the blood flowing in.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Shout out to all the natural women in the building. So show some love for that.
Why you looking at me like I stink, Charlamagne?
Don't look at you like you
Ask your
stink.
mama to take off her bra. I guarantee she gotta beat them back up before she just pop them in your face.
Hey, pull up on that. If Ray J can do it, we can do it. So pull up on that.
I'm grown. My boobs take a nap.
And lastly, a Mississippi man has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. He burnt a cross in his front yard to intimidate a black family on the block. Did you hear about that, Miss Tess?
That is crazy. He went full Mississippi burning. I don't even understand like what that was about. I know Mississippi has been going through a lot. Shout out to Mayor Lubamba. They've really been going through a lot when it comes to racial issues. I don't know if you guys know, but he is pretty much called it Jim Crow and apartheid and how they're trying to take over the city and have a hostile takeover. So there's a lot of race relations that's going on, and I don't know if that's stemming from that or he just went, full Mississippi burning. I don't know. That's just really strange. Who's burning, crosses in folks' yard? That was just really strange.
I thought he said he burnt it in his own yard.
I was going to say he burnt it in his own yard.
Man, he a sucker.
The black man?
The white man, he can't even do racial primacy right. You supposed to burn it in the black people's yard, not your own. That don't scare nobody.
He ain't crazy. You better not set no black person grass on fire when they just put them seeds down.
Right.
That don't scare nobody.
Right, it really don't scare nobody. Wood and fire, that's just the grill to us.
A barbecue.
Exactly, barbecue. Bring the meat out and put it on the grill.
Especially if you're going to do it in your own yard. Like,
right, please. It was really weird.
All right, well, that is front page
Thank you,
news.
Tess. Tell me where to find you, Tess.
Oh, find me on Instagram, Teslyn Figaro, Tezlyn Figaro.
And make sure you listen to the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, hosted by the good sister, the hood whisperer, Teslyn Figaro.
Absolutely.
All right, when we come back, we got the Wall Street Trapper. He'll be joining us. He'll tell you where you need to put your money, so make sure you keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning, Miss Pat is here.
The Breakfast Club.
It's open. I'm up here talking to y'all, right? And that's the power in us learning how to make our money work for us. We watch these people build this country. We buy and I'm not the person to tell nobody not to buy no brand. But my thing is, when we buy Louis Vuitton, we should own the stock as well. Bernard Arnault, the richest man in the world. Right? Why not own the Louis Vuitton stock, the Hennessy, all that's combined. Sephora, he owns all that, right? McQueen is under the Karen Group, which is Gucci, right? All that's on the stock market. So for me, that financial trauma has to be broken, right? We got to understand that we are more than consumers. Telling Charlamagne, I just read something from him where he said trauma has been normalized in the black community, but not healing. But that's financially too. Like, when we think about money, what are the money systems that we have? How do we understand money? How do we think about money? How do we speak about money? But most importantly, how do we feel about money? Right.
So for somebody who's just starting off, right, maybe we still are confused, because a lot of times in our community, it's like we almost got to tell them 5 times before them to make that initial jump, because we're so scared, like you said.
Yeah.
What would you tell people? How would you tell people to start off doing and investing? Something that's pretty safe, that they can see, play with it themselves, see how it works.
But for me, the easiest way to just get in the stock market is owning the entire stock market. Right, that's owning the entire S&P 500. That's owning the entire thing. Why? So I look at the market as a house. And in that house, there's different rooms. So there's growth stocks, there's tech stocks, there's different sectors. But if you own the whole market, which gives you on average 8% of your money, you're doing better than a bank. If you just own the index fund, if you just own the S&P 500, it don't require you to do much. Like, I use it as a savings account now. Like, I don't, because I'm only making 0.01% with my money being in a savings account. We've been taught that the bank is the best place for our money. But as long as inflation is going up, our money is losing value every day. So we losing purchasing power. So for me, I use the S&P 500 as my savings account. So every time I'm getting money, I'm putting at least 30% of that in there, no matter what it's doing, because the market goes up 7 times compared to the 3 times it goes down. I can live with that. Right? So the easiest thing would be to invest in the S&P 500. The second step would be, own what's called an ETF. So I like to make that, like, you go in a grocery store, There's a potato chip aisle, there's a water aisle, there's an aisle that may have like gloves and stuff, right? Well, each one of those aisles represent a sector in the stock market. So you have a tech sector, you have a communication sector. If you own an ETF, you can simply say, this is the part of the market that I understand. I understand technology. I'll own a technology ETF. I understand banking. I'll understand the banking ETF. Now, inside that ETF, you'll have credit card, you'll have insurance, you'll have wealth management. You can own that if you understand that, right? So now you don't have to buy individual stocks. From inside of that, you can say, okay, bet if I'm gonna own the technology sector as a whole, I like Apple, that's in there. I like Microsoft, that's in there. I'm not the person to tell you to own what you know or what you use, because that could be a bad business. I don't ever want you to put you in a situation where you're gonna lose money.
A lot of people put money in the bank, like you said, because that's what's taught.
Yeah.
But also they feel like they can go get it when they need to. People can get their money off the stock market anytime they want to.
Yeah, except for weekends and holidays, right? And one, you can only build wealth if you tap into ownership. The next thing is, my saying is, a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's losing, right? So let's dig deeper into that conversation. So you work hard for money, you put money in a bank, the money loses value as they print money, but then what also happens is wages are cost of living is going up, but the dollar is not going up. Inflation is going up. Everything is going up, but how much you make and the value of your dollar. So if as long as it's sitting still in the bank, everybody is using your money but you. But that goes back to the financial trauma. That goes back to us scared to have the conversation on how do we use money, right? So I always say 3 things we're supposed to spend our money on is, 1 is information, 1 is access, and the other one is assets. So the information gives us a new conversation. I can't talk to Charlamagne about starting his own brand or radio. I can't talk to you about real estate if I don't educate myself. Sometimes that means I have to get access to that room. I got to get access to talk to you, King. I got to get access to talk to you. I'm okay with paying for information. I'm okay for paying for access because I become the asset. If I become the asset, nobody can take that away from me. So if I become the asset, now I learn how to invest. I learn how to take control of my 24 hours.
You remember the first stock you ever bought?
Ford.
Ford, okay.
Yeah, I bought
How much?
Ford. At the time, it was like $8. And since then, this is why I don't believe in investing what you use. People always say that because I bought Ford at $8. Here we are now in 2023. It's still around the same price.
Wow.
Right? It hasn't moved. It has moved over the years, but it's still in the same bracket.
What made you buy Ford? Was it the fact that somebody told you if you drive a Ford,
that's it.
But why, most people, I ain't gonna say most people, a lot of people in the stock market game will tell you that all day long. Hey, if
buy what you like.
Yeah, buy what you like. Buy what you use. You use Lysol, buy Lysol.
Right.
You use Apple computers, buy Apple. So you're saying that's not necessarily true.
Nah, because that's surface level information. That's vague information, right? And that leaves you to so much. For me, I like that you said this earlier. You said, Trap, you really be teaching. It's because it's a difference from knowing something and then truly being able to teach it. I pride myself in not only knowing this game and dissecting this game, but teaching this game so people can be empowered, right? So I'm gonna teach you like how to find a great company. What are the attributes of a great business? So even if we look at men and women, we have specific things that we see in women or men that we like. You may like a tall, you may like a whatever that is. Well, companies are the same way, right? So I look for companies that have an advantage. What makes them better than this company? Just like everybody else, the company has to be cash heavy. I like that. A company with a lot of money can't go broke.
That's right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? A company with a lot of money and less debt, it can't go broke. A company with a good CEO is a company in the right direction. And so again, every Tuesday we teach that to people so they can learn that. Once you learn this game, Envy, bro, I promise you, King, it changed the way you live in America. Because now I don't watch a lot of basic TV. I only watch CNBC and CNBC because I want to see how they moving.
Right.
They don't drive you crazy to look at your S&P 500 every day, though?
I don't look at it every day.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't look at it every day.
When do you look at it?
So honestly, when the market going down.
Okay.
The reason why I look at it when the market going down is because I'm now looking for an opportunity to triple my net worth.
Right.
So in chaos is when opportunities give birth. In chaos. Pandemic happened. From the pandemic until now, the wealthy people of America have increased their wealth by $5 trillion. While the average person right now is 60 days behind on a car note. Why is that so lopsided? Information, right? So the wealthy people understand that Goldman Sachs is right around the corner, just put a bid in to buy Subway for $10 billion. Subway has more restaurants than any other chain, 37,000 of them. Well, they can get it cheaper right now than they could have got it while the economy was booming. So the goal is to not panic in financial situations, but to understand these are opportunities.
All right, we got more with the Wall Street Trapper. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, everybody, it's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Miss Pat is still here. She's co-hosting today, but we got the Wall Street Trapper in the building. Charlamagne?
Is now the perfect time to be investing?
It's the perfect time to be investing. Why? Because everything is on sale.
Okay.
You don't want to, I mean, I don't say you don't want to, but when the market is running, you want to be the one already made that decision to be there. Right? So for like right now, so every time someone is getting paid, they should be putting like at least 5 to 10% of their money in the stock market or in their account. Because what happens is when the market is based off fear, right? So when people on the market feels like they want to sell, that's opportunities for us as retail investors. This is the time we triple our network. Why? So Apple becomes on sale. Every Apple store is still open, right? Microsoft is on sale. The Microsoft store is still open. Amazon is on sale. People buying on Amazon right now as we speak. So we got to understand that these are the opportunities for us to say, okay, if I buy the Amazon now at $98, on the other side of this recession, it can be $200. It can be $300. That's going to work 10 times as more as you personally can do. Right? And so that's why this is an amazing time. Envy, when you're looking for real estate, you don't go buy at the top of the market.
No.
Y'all going to look for deals.
Of course.
I want the deals.
Right now.
Upside of that's where the upside at. The upside is on how much, one, you don't get out of life what you deserve. You get out of life what you can negotiate.
That's right.
Right? So one, you're looking for what a negotiation that where I can negotiate. You understand your numbers and you say, yo, here's how much I can make on it. Same thing with the stock market. Again, the rules of engagement don't change. But what happens is investing is a radical behavior. It's a culture shift. It's a disruptor. Right? Because these are people they wrote off. Lower class, middle class. They don't. That's why they're not going to teach you that in school. People are like, well, why they don't teach us that in school? They're not supposed to. They don't want you sitting at the table with them.
That's right.
Now you're right, but a lot of times we're scared, right? When the pandemic first happened, everything was on sale, right? Fire sale. And I got scared myself,
right?
Because I didn't know what to expect, right? You know what I mean?
That's good.
You can't go to work. There's, the work shut down, and this is. I was scared. I'm like, I did what everybody else did. I'm hoarding everything. I'm hoarding every dollar I got, right? Hoarding every dollar I got. I'm acting like I'm broke, dead broke, right? But you realize. And Caesar told me, like, nah, we need to buy properties now. He went out and jumped out and bought a bunch of properties, which was smart. And I didn't. And I killed and I hate myself for it. But, like, even now, it's like I'm seeing it happen again. Now I'm like, I'm buying my daughter a house. I'm buying my son a house. But I'm buying them houses to live in because I know when it comes back out, it's equity. I'm already stealing it. So if I get those, and that's what I try to tell people to do. Like, this is the time where you were thinking about jumping, no matter what it is, whether it's stocks, whether it's real estate, whatever it is, this is the time to look and really jump.
100%. Because what happens is what you don't know is not a reason for you not to do it. Go get the information. Let's think about this. 2008, the recession happened. We weren't privy to how to play the game. A lot of people now who missed 2008, they were waiting for this. They were waiting for the pandemic. But what happens was now the people who are in the pandemic who had no idea 2008, they like, yo, I don't know what to do. You missed the pandemic. We are in now what's going to be called a double dip recession. So what that is, and America doesn't like to say the word recession because any president that has a recession under their name means you did something wrong.
That's right.
It's an asterisk.
Yeah, it's like, but anytime you pump $5-8 trillion in the economy, this is inevitable. So that's why I say everybody need to learn basic economics. So we teach it. Basic economics shows you market cycles. It has to go through this. So you miss it. So a double dip recession is when the economy's doing good, the economy falls, it looked like it's about to rebound, and then it falls again. It's a double dip recession. That's where we at right now. Well, what happened was pandemic, the economy was falling, but they put a lot of money in the market. What happens now is the Fed says, yo, we're not putting no more money in the market. Matter of fact, we need our money. So now the United States has to cash out. What happens is them raising inflation rates. Everything, eggs have soared 70% over the last year. That's not the only thing though. That affects the the lower and middle class. But watch how deep it's about to get. So now the United States has what's called a debt ceiling crisis. So the United States is $31 trillion in the hole. We can look at that on usdebtclock.org. It'll shock you because what you'll see is you'll see the numbers keep rolling, even if you look at it 2 o'clock in the morning. What happens now is America has to pay the interest on that loan. If they can't pay the interest, something gonna happen bad. They're gonna default on the loan. So this year they owe $80 billion. Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare is 33% of the United States debt. What they're about to do right now, they're debating on
getting rid of it.
Because they need to save that money. The wealthy people of America is not on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
That's right.
Who that's going to affect?
That's right.
It's going to affect us. It's going to affect our moms. It's going to affect our aunties. It's going to affect our uncles. It's going to affect our next door neighbors. It's going to affect the people we love. So what happens in those type of situations? More houses be on sale. More people out of jobs. This is what happens. And if we don't never prepare for it, if we keep being scared, fear finally exiting average reality, y'all. We got to get outside of that fear and start saying, yo, I'm a financial predator. Not saying I'm predator on people, but I'm playing the market for what it's worth, right? And so, again, it's happening again. It's in front of our face. Even they scared because they like, yo, we ain't never seen it like this because they've never put $8 trillion in the market.
Yeah.
They've never done that before. So now they got to get the interest is at 6% now. They got to get it down to 2%. That's going to take 2 years. Yeah, that means we're going to be in this for a while.
Yeah, they got between July and September to raise the debt ceiling.
That's it.
Yep.
And that's the 80 billion. In 10 years, they got to come up with 800 billion. Watch how they don't care about you, though. They just gave, and I'm not against helping other countries because I know in order to be successful.
It's a billion, a trillion.
So it's 31 trillion, but it's 800 billion they got to give up just to pay on the interest. That's just the interest.
Gotcha.
I'm all for helping other countries because I understand about alliances. So we sent $78 billion to Ukraine over the last year. Okay, that's cool. But you know you got to pay this $80 billion so you don't go in default. But also $10 billion to help hunger and homelessness in America.
Crazy.
So if they print money for what they want print money for, it lets you know that you are not a priority.
That's right.
So here's the game changer. If you want somebody to tell you who you are and how they gonna handle you, you gotta adjust.
That's right.
Okay, what's the adjustment? Okay, I know I'm not a priority in their eyes. I know they're not gonna teach me. I know they're not gonna take care of me. Man, let me teach myself. Let me get educated. Let me become the asset. Let me go get the information. I know my 9 to 5 is only paying the bills. I gotta learn another skill set. I gotta do something different. I gotta go to the Envy real estate thing. I gotta go listen to Trap and Tuesdays. I gotta listen to what Charlamagne talking about mental health. I gotta get these things because I gotta be equipped for what's ahead, man.
Question that you talk about before. So is that where they say, you know what? We're gonna start taxing people who make over $200,000. 60%.
Well, I don't think that'll happen first. I think the immediate reaction will be
cut some
millions of jobs lost.
Cut some.
It'll probably be like from what I read, it'll be like 1 million jobs lost, and it could lead up to like 7 million jobs lost.
Cut something.
Then the country goes into recession.
Cut something.
And now we back in 08 again.
Now cut something. So think about this. So right now, when you watch the news, what do you see? You see every company but Apple has cut jobs by the thousands. Apple's the only company that hasn't cut jobs. The first thing, and this even with people, as you're your own business, the first thing that a business does when it needs to save money, cut jobs.
That's right.
Before we start switching technology, yo, you gotta go.
That's right.
They gonna know what it is to get that. It's all about bottom line. How do we get the bottom line right? Cutting jobs is it. Well, that's an expense. So same thing with America. Again, understanding that Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare equals 33% of the debt. What's the first thing we gonna do after we cut jobs? We gotta cut that. We gotta cut that. We gotta cut that so we don't go in default. Right? Default happens. Now it gets even worse. It's times 10. Now things that you thought was a necessity now becomes like life-changing.
That's right.
All right, we got more with the Wall Street Trapper. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Miss Pat is still here. She's co-hosting today. But we got the Wall Street Trapper in the building. Charlamagne?
Tell me what you think about this, right? If I never had no student loan debt because I didn't go to college.
Me neither.
If you do got student loan debt, would you encourage somebody to pay back their student loans or buy stock?
Both.
Okay.
So what happens is most people gonna be paying their student loan. Again, you don't get equipped in the workforce to pay that off at one time, right? Here's what happens. If you learn how to delegate, it's all about delegating, right? If you learn how to say, okay, let's create a financial balance sheet, a personal balance sheet, right? Like a personal balance sheet is saying, how much money do I got coming in? How much money do I got going out? right? And if the first thing you do is when you take how much you got coming in to how much you got going out, that number should be green, meaning positive. If it's negative, we got to make some adjustments. But if you got student loan debt, don't dedicate, and it's me, yo, it's not financial advice, it was me. I wouldn't dedicate all my money to paying a student loan off, because that's going to take me 20 years or 10 years when I can be saying, all right, if I was going to put $500 or $1,000 of student loans a month, let me go half and half. Let me invest $500 and then let me use another $500 to pay the student loan off. Here's why. Because the investment gonna grow for you. You can literally take profits from the investment in the stock market and say, all right, I'm gonna use these profits to put towards the student loan. Mm-hmm. I think one of the things, we think everything is absolute. We think everything is either or instead of saying, yo, it's both. If once we take on that idea, that ideology, we change the game for ourselves. It's all about changing our perspective around money.
That's right.
Another thing, like, people always tell me, well, Trap, about taxes and how I'm gonna get taxed. One of the things Nicodemus told Jesus, he said, do you encourage the people to pay Caesar? Because he knew that people was gonna get in an uproar about paying tax. He said, man, pay Caesar what Caesar do, and then do what you gotta do with the rest. My thing is this: learn how to play the tax game. One of the reasons why I love real estate, there's nothing else that gives you better tax breaks than real estate. Mm-hmm. The reason I love stocks is because the equity can grow so fast, but I'm going to do stocks and real estate because I know I'm going to get the breaks. I went and bought 40 acres of land. Why? Nobody get more tax breaks than somebody that own land.
That's right.
Here's where the game changer. Right. Once I put the cow on it, it put me in a whole nother level.
Put some chickens on your land.
That's what happened with Ross. Ross, my guy. We was talking to Ross because I was in the group he had. We was talking. I said, bro, like, you got to put something on this land. He an action taker. He went put everybody laughing like,
buffalo,
why he
horses,
got because we had the conversation. He went did it. His whole tax bracket changes now. Mm-hmm. Just because of the livestock.
Let's talk about that.
And that's the taxes, not tax bracket, but what he pays for taxes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
so if he paid $152 at that house, he probably paid $350,000 a year in taxes. Now it could probably be like $1,000 in taxes because he got livestock on it. But that's
appreciate that cleanup.
But that's part of the rules that people don't know that you got to study. Yeah. And the same thing I would tell people is too: if you have kids, depending on the age of the kids, you can put your kids on salary.
$12,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you know,
$12,000 a year. Yeah. My daughter, easy. That's changing the game. We want to get our kids bank accounts when they're young. For what? To sit the money in the bank? Yo, my daughter's 6-7 years old right now, and she's 6 figures in, but not in a bank account. We got a custodial account for her. Mm-hmm. She been investing in the stock market. So instead of me getting birthday gifts, yo, here go $1,000, here go $2,000, here go $3,000. I'm having that conversation with her. We ain't normalized the conversation.
Mm-hmm. See, I'll take it a little step further. Let's say that you have an older kid.
Yep.
You pay him a salary.
Yep.
And then you make your kid pay their own tuition, their own car, their own school, their own schooling.
Come on, Envy.
Because the kids could write it off.
Come on, Envy.
And then you can write your kids off.
That's financial literacy at its best right there, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Let me say this right quick. Me and Eric Thomas going on a book tour, man.
The UOU
college book tour, man. It's such an amazing experience for me. That's one of those moments I'm excited about because when I was homeless, sleeping on my air mattress, from homeless to sleeping on the air mattress with my daughter, I listened to Eric Thomas. So for me to have the privilege of being able to go on this tour with him, for him to ask me that, and be in New Orleans and Louisiana and back, man, it was a privilege. So definitely come out to that, man.
What's that mean? The UOU?
What do you owe yourself? Like, I think what happens is we feel like we owed rent, and I'm just speaking, I don't know what ET mean, but I'm gonna just give my definition of it.
Yep.
I feel like we haven't made ourselves a financial priority in our life. One of the things we do is, man, my bills due, man, the light due, man, I gotta do this. But whenever you took time to realize, what do you owe yourself? What is the life you owe yourself? For me, I don't only owe myself, but I owe my daughter. I owe the generations that come behind me. I have this crazy vision that when my family walk into a house, they have a big picture of me and they be like, Uncle Trap, the reason why we living like this. Uncle Trap, the reason why we have this lifestyle. Because when you go into the Rothschilds or the Walmarts, I promise you they got a big old picture of Sam Walton in their house.
That's right.
And they pay Sam homage.
That's right.
You feel me? And I want my family to feel the same way about me, but I had to realize my worth. A lot of us, poor, middle class, it don't care if you white or black. If you poor, middle class, you haven't figured out what your worth is yet. And until you figure that out, and you figure that out by going against the norm, you figure that out by being disruptive, right. You figure that out by learning what did my foreparents make the mistakes at. You figure that out. You see, man, how did Charlamagne get this way? How did Envy get this way? How did Trap get this way? What did they do? What did they learn? What are the conversations that they have? You start peeling back the lids on that financial trauma, yo, you gonna realize, yo, there's a whole nother game out here that I ain't playing, and I need to be a part of it. If not, I'm setting myself up for a checkmate. Let's talk about it, man.
Tell us about the 30-day book club before you get out of here. I want to know what you're reading right now, too.
All right, man. So we got a 30-day book club inside of Trappers Anonymous. We talk about it every week on Trapping Tuesdays. So what we do is, so right now I got my team, entrepreneurs, you should do this. Right now I got my team reading the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Personal Development is Key. It's by John Maxwell. Another book I'm reading is, again, Eric Thomas, You Owe You. I'm reading that. I'm all about personal development. I'm all about learning different things. And so every month we do 30 days. Read a book in 30 days, right? That puts pressure on you. It makes you say, the more you learn, the more you can earn. Change the conversation, you change the compensation, yo. You feel me? So we pushing that, making you read in 30 days. Read a book in 30 days. What happens if you can read 12 books in a year, yo? You really just did more than the half of America. If you can read a book a month, you really did half of America. I go a step further. I read a book and 2 audibles a month. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want the more knowledge I got to become unstoppable, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's just where I'm at, man. Yeah, man.
My guy, Trap,
Thank you so much for joining us.
Instagrams and Twitters and all that good stuff, man.
I just really want everybody to check me out on YouTube, the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now Network. And the game for that is to make wealth attainable for everybody who didn't think it was attainable. So we don't got to get it out the mud no more. We can get it out the market. And so check that out on YouTube, the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now Network. Trapping Tuesdays every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. And my Instagram is Wall Street Trapper, Wall_Street_Trapper, man.
I just want to say thank you again because I appreciate you so much. Because like we said earlier, man, there's so many people who making money just telling people how to make money, but they're not really giving them anything tangible, knowledge to go out there and apply to, to make some money. So.
Now we always want to see. I think once people start making money, it changed their life.
There you go.
That's the power of it, man.
It's Wall Street Trapper.
It's good, family.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host Miss Pat with us today.
Miss Pat.
Now, Miss Pat, before we get to the rumors, you want to announce something that you got going on that's pretty big, right?
Yes, I want to announce my.
Give a drum roll, a bomb, or something.
A drum roll, a bomb.
Give
okay.
a drum roll. You got a drum roll? No?
You caught him off guard.
I'm sorry, man.
You want me?
There we go.
Okay, y'all. I am moving into theaters, and the name of my comedy tour is Your Girl Done Made It. First stop is Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey.
September the 9th. Go to my website at misspatcomedy.com for all the tickets. It's going to be a 20-city tour.
Wow.
Right now, 13 dates are already up. First time in theaters by myself.
That's right. Good bomb for Miss Pat. Miss Pat said to me earlier, she said, I moved in the theater. I said, well, what's wrong? I thought it was a neighborhood or something. I was like, what's going on? Why you got looking? Like, the theater.
The theater. So Miss Pat is doing theaters now. Now, if you want to buy tickets, how can they buy tickets?
MissPatComedy.com.
MissPatComedy.com. Definitely go purchase your tickets. And let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Chris Rock.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on the Breakfast Club.
Now, it looks like Netflix has pulled some of Chris Rock's special down. Now, this is the part where he talks about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. You remember the joke? Here it goes.
Nominated for Emancipation. The biggest piece of shit ever. Okay? And then somebody gives me a concussion. No, not emancipation. I up the joke. Concussion. She said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. What the So did I do some jokes about it? Who gives a That's how it is. She started, I finish it, okay?
Who bootleg Chris Rock stand-up special? Y'all got that audio from?
They pulled it down, so it's hard for them to find it now.
So what, they put it down because they got the joke wrong?
I guess so. They're not saying why, but they're definitely saying they pulled it down.
I'm sure it's because he got the joke wrong. That's why I said I wished...
he got the joke wrong?
Well, he messed up and then he did it over.
Mm-hmm. He said I effed up the joke. That's why I wish that Chris still puts out that body of work, but produce like a actual special. You know what I mean? Like I want him to still put that body of work out, but produced as an actual.
So
special.
You don't want to see it live?
No, I didn't like it live. I love the material, but I don't think any stand-up should be live on TV.
No, we need a little editing now, because I remember when I was shooting mine, I was like, ooh, thank God, this goes back into a room and y'all gonna fix it, because I forgot a few jokes.
Exactly.
And like you said, Chris Rock was informed of the edit, and Netflix, I guess they did it because he messed up that part of the joke. Yeah. So that was the reason why they took it out.
And I know they can do it because I went to go see Chris Rock twice over the past year, and he had the same outfit on. So I'm sure, and I know they was taping.
Right.
So I'm sure that they can put it together as a produced stand-up special. I want them to put out the produced stand-up version of of that selective outrage.
That's not why you had on the same outfit. When you get over 50, you just wear the same outfit. Whatever you put out by the bed, if it don't stink, you put it right back on.
Damn, Miss Pat. Why don't you start acting like you got some money for once?
What are you talking about? I wear my bras to the Y pop out.
The Y pop out.
In the middle.
Tell it's yellow underneath them.
Not the yellow, but I'm heavy. I'm top heavy. I can't button my stuff up in the front. When that Y get to pulling out, I just yank that Y on out and cut the other side so it'll match and hang at the same level.
You selling out these stores. We
ain't gonna
get me no
for all
new
the
bra.
big-breasted women out there that understood everything Miss Pat said just now. There's some big-breasted women out there. I feel you.
They do feel me because when that wire get to poking you, and one of them they just break on their own. I don't know how they break or how we break them, but they crack in the middle and you just yank it out.
My goodness. Lord. Well, Colin Kaepernick, he says he knows his white adoptive parents loved him, but they were problematic at times.
I know my parents loved me, but there were still very problematic things that I went through. I think it was important to show that, no, this can happen in your own home, and how we move forward collectively while addressing the racism that is being perpetuated. Oh, your hair's not professional. Oh, you look like a little thug.
Your mom said that to you.
Yeah. And those become spaces where it's like, okay, how do I navigate this situation now? But it also is informed why I have my hair long today.
Now. The reason I said it, my parents are black, right? Charlamagne jokes and says I'm Dominican. No, my parents are black.
Allegedly.
But when I got cornrows, my parents said the same thing.
Exactly.
They said, you look like a little thug out there, but take them cornrows out. You're going to get yourself shot. My parents said the same thing.
I had a big afro. You know, this was like, what, 92, 93. So this is when, like, Death Row was popping. And so I had the big afro. I used to wear Chuck Taylors. And so
ain't nobody thought you was dangerous. You too small for somebody to think you dangerous. With no afro, you can get away with that.
When Snoop caught the murder case, my daddy made me cut my hair. Same thing. Like, oh, you think you Snoop Dogg? Same exact thing.
Your daddy did not think you thought you know Snoop Dogg standing on 411 Charlamagne. Your daddy just was tired of you running around with that dirty hair. And where the hell you
got? See what you said though?
Dirty hair. Because boys don't take baths good. Y'all don't do right. I just threw my 14-year-old in the tub the other day. Told me he was clean. I stuck my hand up on it. I said, "Oh no!" He took them underwear. I said, "Now I want you to smell them." He started crying.
He was smelling his own drawers.
Yeah, because they were filthy. I said, "Get in the tub." So you know your daddy just wants you to wash your hair.
Jesus. All right. Well,
if you was Colin Kaepernick parents, would you take the adoption back?
Colin Kaepernick parents were doing what white people do. He braided his hair and they thought he was gonna rob him.
Jesus Christ.
You know, white people are different. Oh my God, don't rob me, son. Mama, this is a new hairstyle.
Wake up in the middle of the night, forgot you adopted a young black man. You're like, whoa, what you doing here?
You adopted a Negro, and he walk in there looking like a Negro. When you got him, he had that little wave of hair like you, DJ Envy, and all of a sudden he turned into Charlamagne overnight.
What wave do you see in NBA?
She knows his wave.
One wave in NBA.
It used to be. That's right.
You can draw one in there, though.
Shut up, man.
It's some imprints. You going a little thin up there.
I am a little bit stressed. No stress. Got 6 kids.
He'll go see his painter later today.
Shut up,
Watch how dark he be tomorrow.
I know you ain't Ben J in your hair.
Yes, he is.
What is it called? Ben J?
Beijing. Yes, he is. And the beard.
I'm not Beijing. I don't use Beijing.
Wipe your hand on it, Miss Pat. Lick your fingers and wipe your hand on it. And see what happens.
I know he ain't doing it. He too light skinned. It'll be running down him like he was a slave.
Wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow.
You dyeing your stuff?
No, man. I don't use no Beijing.
You done told him it's thin up there?
Too cute for that.
You'll see him tomorrow. He coming in here dark tomorrow.
That is your rumor report. Let me ask you a question, Charlotte. I was talking to my mom yesterday. Just side note. So Geechee, South Carolina. Geechee people eat a lot of rice?
Damn right.
Okay. All right.
I heard that too.
No, because I was messing with my mom because my daughter, my 1-year-old, eats a lot of rice. And I was like, yeah, she eats a lot of rice. She was like, yeah, you know your grandfather Geechee? I said, what? She was like, your grandfather Geechee from South Carolina, they eat all that rice. I said, what are you talking about, Mom? Man. And she was like, yeah, nah, that's what they're known for. They eat rice with everything.
That's right. Red rice, too.
And they talk sideways, too.
I don't know about that.
I speak Ebony. I don't know what they be saying.
Man, what you talking about, man?
Yeah, and they put roots on you, too.
That's
like
right.
If you sleep with their husband, they'll make all your hair fall out like your envy.
Boy, make you cough up a frog now.
Jesus Christ.
Make your baby cross-eyed.
Who you giving your donkey to?
4 after the hour, man. I need to talk to everybody who might be taking the IRS's advice. Usually I tell y'all to listen to the IRS, but today I'm telling y'all not to. We'll discuss 4 after the hour.
Wait a minute now.
Wait, now
we're going to discuss Ms. Pat.
The words that are coming out of Charlamagne's mouth did not reflect me.
We're going to discuss.
Me.
Or you,
I paid my taxes.
I paid my taxes
I paid
too.
my taxes too. This ain't got nothing to do with paying taxes.
You on your own with this one.
Wait a minute, Charlamagne, are you speaking to the people who get a refund back?
We're going to talk
speaking
about it.
to us?
We're going to talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Did you know one word can change everything? Zach Levi returns as Shazam in the new movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This film is a must-see event with epic action and a whole lot of fun. March 17th, see Shazam! Fury of the Gods, only in theaters, rated PG-13.
Get donkey of the day, yeah, you dumb ass. You get donkey of the day, yeah, you dumb ass.
You are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. Donkey of the Day, huh? I'm gonna fatten all that shit around your eye.
They want this man to throw them blows, man. They waiting for Charlamagne to tap these gloves. Let's go.
They had to make a judgment of who was going to be on the Donkey of the Day. They chose you.
Yes. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day from Monday, March 13th goes to anyone out there who is reporting stolen property and bribes to the IRS.
What?
Okay, Uncle Charlotte, what the hell are you talking about on this Monday morning? Listen to me, man. I usually tell y'all do whatever the IRS tells you to do, but this one sounds like all the alphabet boys are conspiring to make sure you end up under the jail. Okay, this sounds like a coordinated plan between the IRS and the FBI, because if you stole a car in 2021, took a bribe in 2022, the IRS wants you to report it on your taxes. Okay, see what?
A stolen car?
Yes. See, these provisions went viral Monday, I think it was last Monday, after a tweet went out and it said, tax season is around the corner. Remember to report your income from illegal activities and stolen property to the IRS.
What?
Let's go to Fox 5 News for the report, please.
The IRS urges people to report just about everything. The IRS says if you steal, report its fair market value, and if you receive a bribe or get extra cash from illegal activities, make sure to include that in your income as well. For those worried, the IRS won't pass the information to law enforcement. That's because federal tax law prevents federal employees from sharing tax return information.
Okay. Don't get scared now, Miss Pat.
What are you talking about? I got my baby. The IRS done lost their mind. Black folks don't even want to report Cash App and Square.
Exactly.
You gonna ask me to report a stolen car?
Ain't gonna tell you it's not.
And a bribe?
Ain't gonna tell you they not gonna turn it over to law enforcement. Don't you fall for that.
You going to jail? What? Ain't nobody stupid enough to do that.
Nobody.
Nobody without skin color. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Don't fall for that. All the alphabets right next to each other for a reason, okay? FBI, IRS, CIA, DEA, FB, IG, they all part of the same family. I don't care what anyone says. Don't you trust it. If you steal property, you must report its fair market value in your income in the year you steal it, unless you return it to its rightful owner in the same year. Well, what if you're dealing drugs like Miss Pat used to do?
Okay. What? You gonna stop bringing up my history over there in that King chair, okay?
Jesus.
Looking like you at an old script club.
You also got to report bribes and kickbacks. You hear that, all you DJs and program directors out there taking money to play records? You have to report your bribes and kickbacks.
Don't do that.
Okay? Who in their right mind is about to fall for this? This is not even something you should entertain with a lawyer present, okay? The whole point of committing these crimes is A, to get some money, and B, to get some tax-free money. All right? I've literally been reading Raekwon's memoir from Staircase to Stage all weekend.
Memoir.
You heard what I said. It's my Invisalign. Okay? And I've been reading it all weekend.
With your Invisalign on?
No, it's in my Invisalign.
Well, won't you take them off? You trying to keep them straight, ain't you? That ain't necessary. Can't nobody see you. Take your Invisalign off your top.
I gotta wear them at work. Y'all know, I should have just said book. But I've been reading the book all weekend, okay? And he talks about one of the perks of drug dealing is that you got tax-free money, okay? Yeah. And I don't remember the exact quote, but he basically says, why would he get a job, work all those hours, only to give the government half when he can do illegal activities and make all that tax-free money? So, yeah, I know we live in this era where people act all liberated and they want to act like they are accepting of all things, but I'm telling you right now, this is the equivalent of your significant other telling you, just tell me you cheating. I won't get mad. Just go ahead and admit your dirt. Tell me what you did, and it's all good. You ever did that to somebody, Miss Pat?
Not what? I did. I ain't paid no tax on my dope dealing money, but though I went to the skating ring and bought me some Jordans and some Levi's, different color fleet lies. It wasn't the government problem. Hey, the government never helped me bag up a rock. Yeah. So why would I give them a percentage of it? They didn't stand on that corner. They didn't help me put that dope in my kids' drawers. They didn't help me pull it out of my drawers. You didn't participate in the business, so why should I help you?
Pat. No, that's
he meant. Did you? Never mind.
That's not how it works.
Never mind.
Well, what you meant? You gotta tell me what you meant. Your Invisalign is confused.
All I'm saying is, don't fall for that. Okay. All right, you think the same government that does nothing but lie to you is going to be truthful with you now? Okay, I'm going to trust the same government that has proven time and time again that they are not to be trusted. Okay, I think they saw how stupid people was with their PPP loans, and they said, what else can we do to get more of them to lock themselves up?
No, let me say this to y'all. If it don't require your Social Security number, don't report it. That's what I say. Then the PP loan required your Social Security number. Cause all my friends going to jail for that PPP loan. One of my friends went through a $1.5 million, and they're looking at me like they crazy. Yeah. I know they broke, but I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
So do you think people should file their crimes on their taxes? Ms. Pat?
Who the hell did Al Capone file his crime on his taxes? If the whites don't do it, then the blacks don't think of it.
I don't think Al Capone ever filed taxes. That's how they got Al Capone. I don't know. Listen, the only way this would work is if everyone who actually did this was granted immunity from prosecution.
Prostitution?
Prosecution.
Okay, I thought it was prostitution.
That damn Invisalign, man.
If there's no legal protection for that, if there's no legal protection that shields them from criminal prosecution for the offenses they report on their taxes, what's the point? If you think this government is about to give a tax return for committing crimes, if you think this government is just going to accept those crimes like legal employment, then go ahead, do your thing. Because I need content for Donkey of the Day anyway.
Hey, I remember back in the day they were asking everybody to turn in their guns to go see Janet Jackson. Y'all remember that in Atlanta? Everybody turning their guns.
No.
Why Janet Jackson? What Janet Jackson and guns got to do with it?
I don't know what was going on in Atlanta, but they asked everybody to turn in their guns for free concert ticket. Then 2 weeks later, everybody gets shot because they don't
nobody had no guns. Oh my goodness!
Damn.
Do you remember that?
No.
You look it up. In Atlanta, they were asking you for my Janet Jackson ticket. You turn in your pistol, and everybody got shot the next week. Don't do it.
Listen, please give everybody who will be reporting their stolen property and bribes to the IRS the biggest hee-haw. Because I don't care what Miss Pat says. Some people going to do this.
That sound like me in the bed.
What? That hee-haw?
Man, shut up, man. Oh, man.
That's me with my legs up. Charlamagne, that's me with my legs up. When them cramps get to coming.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
I can see your hand on the back of my behind just holding me.
Let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. What are we asking people?
You ain't never slept with no fat girl, huh?
Yeah, of course. I'm from South Carolina.
She didn't say hee-haw?
No, she ain't say hee-haw.
She did. You lying. You got that Invisalign in your mouth.
She said oink, oink, oink. No, I'm just playing. Listen, now we know there are going to be some people who do this. Okay, there are going to be some people who actually listen to the IRS and report their crimes on report their crimes to the IRS, file them on their taxes.
So what are we asking? What's something that you stole or a bribe you took or a scam you committed that...
I just want you to remain anonymous. What you did in the past year.
All right, so we're asking 800-585-1051.
Something you stole.
What's something you stole, a bribe you took, a scam you committed that you would have to claim? Not saying you would.
Drugs, what crime would you report on your taxes?
Let me ask you something. So if you let somebody rub on you for some money, you got to report that too?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Why you look like that?
Yes.
You got some money to claim? We'll talk about it when we come back.
Damn, that's how you got another season, Miss
Pat. Our co-host is here.
Damn, Miss Pat.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Well, Hollywood something else.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about the IRS. Now, Charlamagne wants to shake and rattle their cages. I'm fine with them. We good. I think I paid him everything I owed him. Now, You gave Donkey the data. Who, Charlamagne?
Everybody who is going to be reporting their stolen property to the IRS. I don't know if y'all heard, but stolen property must be reported when filing taxes, the IRS says. Not just stolen property, but, any crime. You have to report your crime.
That's crazy.
And what the fair market value for your crime was. So if you got a bribe for something, if you got a kickback for something, drug selling, whatever it is, you got to report on your taxes.
I can't wait to see who report. They be stealing them Amazon packages off your door, so we can go whoop the hell out of them.
They stole one of your packages before?
Nah, might be panty liners. They shake the box and it's light. Put it back
Did anybody in this room? Is there any crime y'all committed last year that y'all need to file on your taxes?
Nah.
Pat, come on now.
Even when I go to the grocery store and I steal some grapes, I pay for my grapes and my food. I pay for everything.
Not the
IRS.
ones you eat before you put on the scale.
Well, I can't. Well, yeah, you're right.
See, you got to report that.
Those grapes.
I was asking him earlier. I was asking you earlier, Charlamagne. What about if somebody rub on you?
Yeah, and that's how we found out. That's how you got your new season for Miss Pat Show.
Well, I am at BET. We have to work a little hard over there right now.
Okay,
they're going through some things.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Kizzy.
Hey, could you do me a favor? Take us off Bluetooth for speaker.
Yes, I did. I was driving. Sorry.
Okay. Good morning. Now, what scam you out here doing, allegedly?
Listen, Evie, you're not trying to get me in trouble, okay?
What?
I am not doing no scam.
So what crime you gonna file on your taxes then, ma'am?
Listen, all I'm here to say is my black people don't fall for this, okay? There's too many of us in prison, and I don't want to get comfortable with all of that reporting, telling on yourself. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it.
Oh, this is the public service announcement from you.
Yeah, okay. Kadisha said, let me help my people out. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up, man? This Anonymous.
All right, Anonymous.
What crime you filing on your taxes, Anonymous?
Well, so I dressed up like a DHL worker and got some AT&T phones. I actually used to work there at DHL. But they laid us off, and I woke up the next morning like I was going to work. I'm so used to get up. And I opened my closet, and it was a DHL uniform still in there.
So you put it on, went to work, and got a bunch of phones.
I put it on. See, as a driver, I used to be a driver. So the first half of my day was drop-offs, and the second half of my day was pickups from companies and stuff. And one of the companies was AT&T. So I put the uniform on, and I went to AT&T. And when a DHL driver walked in somewhere, nobody asked questions. They start giving you boxes and stuff. So I went to AT&T. They gave me like 400 and something iPhones, and I walked out of there.
How much you made off the phones?
In total, I probably made about 30 bands, 25 bands.
You got to report that to the IRS. Fair market value.
I'm saying, but how much could I get back? The whole 25 bands?
I don't know. You got to find out.
You better not.
I can tell you how much you're going to get back. About 10 years when they see that big black ass on that camera picking up that outfit in that DHL suit.
I wrapped up. I made sure I wrapped up. I had on glasses. I had on a hat.
Oh, boy. He's one of those.
Gloves.
File your taxes the right way. Report that to the IRS, bro. $30,000 in stolen AT&T phones. Okay?
Don't listen to him. If it was cash, just keep your mouth shut. And I don't know why your dumb ass called into this radio telling on yourself.
And brother, let me just tell you one other thing.
I still got like 10 of them if y'all know somebody wants some.
Give me your phone number.
Hold on. And bro, let me ask you a question. Next time you do this, you gotta block your number before you call. We got call out there. I see your first name and your last name, brother.
Your first name scam, your last name likely.
Damn.
You have a good morning.
All right, y'all too, man. Love y'all.
Lord have mercy.
You didn't even block his name. Oh my God. Can we make sure you beat
By the way, I'm gonna report this. You heard what I said? How much I'm gonna get back? Gonna report that bands and stolen AT&T phones.
Stop saying his name because he's gonna get in trouble.
Let me say this: if he reported $30,000 is not a lot of money, and he got kids to claim, he gonna get about $7,000 back.
$30,000 not a lot of money to who? Boy, Miss Pat balling. How much they gave him for season 3 of BET?
I mean, $30,000 a year ain't that much money in a household. If you got 3 kids, you gotta get all that money back. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Miss Pat just say $30,000 ain't a lot of money. I'm doing arenas now. Okay.
I'm doing theaters. I'm not a reader.
Theaters.
Put me down about 3-4 years.
800-585-1051. What's something you stole, a bribe you took, or a scam you committed that you would have to claim to the IRS? Because right now the IRS is saying they want to know all illegal activity. They want you to claim, but they're not going to tell a popo on you. So let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Get your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Miss Pat, our co-host here.
Yes, indeed.
Now, if you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day to who?
Man, Donkey of the Day went to everybody who is going to be reporting their crimes on their taxes. I don't know if y'all heard, but stolen property must be reported when filing taxes. So says the IRS. Not just stolen property, but drug sales, bribes you took, any crime where you got prostitution, any crime where you got some money, you got to report the fair market value of it on your taxes. So they say.
Whoever stole my Gucci glasses out of Chicago, I need you to report my glasses with my prescription in them.
No.
They don't stole 3 pair of my glasses out of Chicago.
Well, stop getting Gucci prescription glasses. Just get regular prescription.
Stop going to Chicago. Gotta go. Hello, who's this?
Yo.
What's up, bro?
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you, man. What's something you stole or bribe you took or some illegal activity you did, brother?
No, that's not the question. The question is, what crime you gonna file on your taxes?
The CPN guys, it's like the credit privacy numbers. They like help people get an apartment.
And what did you do?
Oh, he be selling those numbers, I guess, to help people's credit?
Yeah.
How much you made last year doing that?
Probably like $12,000.
So you the reason why they keep trying to buy my house. Cause you out here selling our phone numbers.
Me on Twitter too. I mean, if you need one, it's jokes are bad.
No, don't hang up on him.
I had to.
Don't do that.
Because he reporting illegal, doing his illegal activity on the phone.
He the one. He the reason why we get all these scam calls.
Ain't you the son of a cop? Act like one.
What, you want me to tell on him?
He telling on himself.
I got his number.
Man, let that man, if they want to tell him, they tell himself.
He's retired.
Boy, you know he can't snitch. He the wrong complexion.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this Bree from Virginia.
Bree from Virginia, 757. Tell us
what crime you gonna file on your taxes.
What you gonna file? What crime you gonna file on your taxes, brother?
Man, I ain't gonna file none of it on mine.
Well, what you did then that you should be filing?
Well, check this out. So, I was put in a situation some years ago, and they took my money, and the case ended up getting dismissed. But with the amount of money, they couldn't release it back to me unless I could show IRS records. So if I would have found it, then I would have got that money back.
So what you get arrested for?
No.
I ain't disclosing that one, brother. This 757, you know that, Envy.
How much was it that you made?
It was like $40K.
All right, so let me break it down.
That on your taxes.
Let me break it down. You were driving through Virginia, 757. You had $40,000 cash in the car because you was about to go re-up. The cops pulled you over, but there was no way to say that you were actually going to re-up, so they arrested you. The case was thrown out, but now you can't get the $40,000 back because you can't say where that money came from.
Correct.
But now you can file it on your taxes.
You better not.
File it on your taxes.
Still ain't doing it.
Oh, you don't want your money back then?
Because if you file it, you can get it back.
Now you can't. You know, you could say your mom or dad gave you a loan for $40,000. You were going to buy a car. You know, you can say that.
And then they had to show it.
Let me ask you something. Did they bring the drug sniffing dogs out?
No.
Cause that happened to me one time. I had like $20,000 on me. I was like 16, and they knew I was a drug dealer. But the police said, "Well, I'm bringing the drug sniffing dog." Well, I had the money in my underwear, and after it come out my underwear, ain't no cocaine sniff on it. They gave my money back. They was like, "No drugs, but it's something else on it."
I read about that in your book. You said the dog fainted after he smelled your money. Stupid. After you pulled the money out the drugs, the dog fainted.
Matter. I got it back. You a faint too if you catch it on the wrong
Y'all
day.
have a blessing, Breakfast Club.
All right, bro. So did you get the money back? You good with your people? They all right? They fronted you back again?
I don't know
what is y'all talking about? Exactly. What is it?
Envy, you be asking too many damn questions.
This is leading questions
You gonna get a shot through the phone.
Get a shot through the phone. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is y'all can fall for this if y'all want to. I can't tell you what to do, but I wouldn't do it.
Put your dope money in your underwear so it can kill the sense.
What?
Oh my gosh! All right, when we come back, we got the rumor report. We got to talk Young Miami. She was acting on BMF, and
oh my God, they drug her to Miami.
We're gonna talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host Miss Pat hanging out with us this morning. All week, actually.
That's right. Season 3 of the Miss Pat Show is on BET Plus right now.
That's right. Make sure you definitely check it out.
And rewatch it and rewatch it. And that's how we get a season 4.
There you go. And shout out to Tammy Roman. She's on that as well, right?
That's my sister right there.
That's my homie, Miss Tammy Roman.
I see you and Tammy doing all kinds of stuff. I saw you on that little crazy show she was on.
That's right. Yeah, I'm on that little crazy show.
What was it? Was it?
Cheaters.
Cheaters. The new
Unfaithful.
I said, what? I guess I thought she had you there to choke somebody out. Because sometimes they get a little rowdy with my sister over there.
You know, she don't need me to hold her down. I might need her to hold me down there because she get busy.
You do not need to be on no poster with the title Unfaithful.
I'm a relationship expert.
That's going to look so stupid.
I'm a relationship expert.
It's going to look stupid.
I talk to the young men about making right decisions.
I can't wait to see the promo.
I tell them that, you know, what I did in my past and how they could change and how they could be better men. And we go through it. We talk about it. Sometimes I give these brothers hugs, and sometimes we talk about it.
Let me tell you something about Tammy Roman. I love her. I don't watch a lot of TV, but that show that had me hollering the first season.
Yes.
That's all we talk about. Go watch Tammy on this show. Tammy is good on that show.
She's great on that show.
Yes, she is. She's the perfect person, because me, I be crying with the girl.
No, she break them down. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Young Miami.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the rumor report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on the Breakfast Club.
Now, Young Miami was on the BMF over the weekend, and she debuted as an actress. Do we have a clip of that?
Meech, where's my husband?
Shooting outside the club. I'm so sorry. But please forgive me.
Cry for me. Tom, why you do this?
I'll make it right. I promise.
I want whoever did this to pay. Get the out of here.
That wasn't an acting debut, right? Because she's in that Netflix movie, You People?
Or acting debut in BMF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was trending. People didn't necessarily love it. I heard you chuckle a little bit, Miss Pat.
No, I was just reading the comments, because I really don't even, I'm not into that world. I'm 50 years old. I hang out with Young Miami mama. I don't know what Young Miami be doing.
You was in the ATL streets when BMF was prevalent, though.
I was. I remember that. I remember Big Meech. I was a drug dealer back in them days.
Mm-hmm.
I know that history.
They should have got you, too?
Huh?
The Fed should have got you too, what you saying?
The Fed should have got. I sold drugs like a Christian. I wasn't beating up nobody. I wasn't shooting nobody. I had the Bible in my hand and the dope in the middle of the Bible.
Prayed over the dope before you served it?
Yes, I did. Okay. Make sure it's good so they can come back.
Well, let me tell you about Young Miami. She played Dina, and she had a heavy scene. Little Meech, Big Meech, he plays Big Meech, broke news to her that her husband had died. So the scene called for tears, and fans said they couldn't tell if Miami was laughing or crying. Let's hear it one more time.
Meech, where's my husband?
Shooting outside the club. I'm so sorry. But please forgive me.
Cry for me. Tom, why you do this?
I'll make it right.
You know what it is?
I want whoever did this to pay.
She sound too much like Young Miami. And I know that's who she is.
Let me tell y'all something from having a show 3 seasons in. Acting is about connecting.
It is.
You have to believe that you that person.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna take time when you got a rapper. She rap or sing, right?
Yeah, she rap.
And then you throw her into this role, and she probably didn't have a lot of,
prep time, rehearsal time.
She ain't no actress.
She ain't no actress.
So she just, she's famous, and they threw her in this role. So you got to give her a few more chances before we just drag her now.
That ain't how the internet works. You know that.
I know it, because they was killing her. I just turned it off. I said, "Who is Young Miami? They over here killing her acting." I'm glad I'm on BET and they didn't notice me the 3 seasons in.
Well, she did respond on IG. She said, "If I'm crying, why y'all laughing? Y'all play too much." That was her response, because they were killing her. Said she don't look like she's crying.
It's acting, though.
Yes,
so I can laugh at your fake tears.
It don't get better, Miami. Don't worry about it. Is that the one like the golden shower?
Yeah, that's the one I like to give.
Yeah, next time bring them golden showers to the scene.
Stupid. Now, Jordan Sparks, she was trending over the weekend. She sang the national anthem, and let's hear it.
That sounded like a bootleg copy of the Chris Rock audio we played earlier.
No, that sounded like she was trying to make sure the back of the church heard her. I'm like, that was Jordan Sparks.
Yeah, that was Jordan Sparks.
She can sing, though.
She sure can, and I'm here to support all black women, black things, because this is Woman History Month, right? Am I right?
Yes, this is.
All right, so Jordan Sparks just had, 1 or 2 kids, and she been home for a while, so she been singing in the shower, and it's the first time I seen her in a long time. So y'all ain't about to drag Jordan Sparks. Now, she might have had drunk a Coca-Cola, and that acid was still in her throat while she was trying to belt this stuff out. So
that sounded more like a sound issue than her actual voice, though.
It sounded like the building was empty, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was packed.
There were no acoustics, one of them things on the wall. What it called?
Soundproof acoustics.
To bring her voice back.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was just her voice went out the door.
Yeah, I think that was the sound. That don't sound like her voice.
No, because she can sing. Mm-hmm. She can sing. Mm-hmm. She make you pull your bra off.
What don't make you pull your bra off, Miss Pat?
Come on, Buckley or Charlamagne. It is killing me. I was going to come here this morning with noun on, but I didn't want y'all to tell me not to put my foot on the table.
Jesus. And lastly, Chloe Bailey, she was performing out in Boston. That's actually at the track meet my son was running at. And they were throwing lights at her as she was performing, and she was dodging the lights. It was like the light bands. It was more of a teen and kid type of thing.
All right, now y'all be respectful of my cousin now.
She said the kids were trying to give me their light up wristbands. They weren't throwing things at me to be mean. It was a great show. Not everything is negative.
Oh, you mean like when people throw beads at Mardi Gras?
Yes.
Okay.
They were throwing the lights at her. She was dodging them, though. She was dodging them just like the Matrix. She was going in and out, dodging them.
Oh, so she must have fully dressed, because if she was dressed like I seen in that video, they wouldn't have been throwing no bands at her.
What they would have been doing?
What was you throwing at 13?
That girl ain't no 13.
I'm talking about him. Them kids.
Yeah, kids
them kids were 13. You know what they would have been throwing. Don't play with me. You been a boy. You got one at the house. Who sleep, you wake him up and hand in the pants. Don't play.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. The People's Choice Mix is up next. We got more, so don't move. Miss Pat's joining us. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is the Light Podcast with Michelle Obama. In this uplifting new series, Michelle Obama discussing meeting life's challenges with Oprah, Tyler Perry, David Letterman, and others. Listen free at the home of storytelling, audible.com/thelight. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Miss Pat is here, our co-host, and she just announced her tour. So tell them again, Miss Pat.
My tour is called Your Girl Done Made It. Tickets go on sale today at 10 o'clock. First stop is Louisville, Kentucky. Go to MissPatComedy.com to get your tickets at 10 a.m. And don't forget to watch the 3rd season of the Miss Pat Show. Because we over there killing it before they buy us.
Before they buy us.
Who gonna buy y'all? Tyler Perry?
I hope so. I don't care who buys. As long as my checks don't stop. Let me tell you something. Trump can buy me as long as he don't cut the Miss Pat Show off.
Tyler Perry already owned 25% of BET Plus.
That's right, and them checks clear like your Invisalign.
They gonna jump on you about that Trump line, Miss Pat.
Who gonna jump on me about that Trump line?
Whoever they is on
I
Twitter.
don't care nothing about whoever they is. Don't be inboxing me. I can't read no way.
Lord have mercy.
And just to fill y'all in, guys, Miss Pat gonna be in Kansas City coming up. She gonna be in San Jose, Richmond, Virginia, Oklahoma,
getting money.
Nashville, Tennessee, Washington, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, and Indianapolis. So definitely
catch it while you can at them comedy clubs, because she go in the theaters.
Theater starts September the 8th with Louisville, Kentucky is the first one. In Richmond, Virginia, I'm on my way there too. In Kansas City, Richmond is already sold out.
That's the comedy club?
Yo, it's a comedy club. I'm ending my comedy tour, going off to shoot something and get back into theaters.
I'm just gonna tell y'all some of the days she's smoking out here. LA, she'll be there on the 16th. Raleigh, she'll be there.
$250,000 a weekend.
Baltimore,
$250,000 a weekend.
Minneapolis,
$250,000 a weekend.
Miami,
$250,000 a weekend.
Dallas.
We had $1 million already, 5 shows, Miss Pat.
Washington D.C. Then she goes to Pennsylvania, then Texas, then Houston,
man.
then another date in Georgia, another date in Chicago, another one.
Don't you ever tell your family you ain't got it, Miss Pat.
They can't count. Atlanta, I'm coming home, baby, and I don't ever play Atlanta. December the 16th.
At Center Stage.
At Center Stage, I'll be there.
Wow. That's right. So get your tickets. Again, head to MissPatComedy.com and get your tickets, all right? When we come back, we got the positive note. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Miss Pat is still here with us. It's our co-host for the week.
That's right.
Now, we got a positive note?
I do, but first I want to tell everybody, man, make sure you go get your tickets for the Black Effect Podcast Festival happening Saturday, April 22nd in Atlanta at Pullman Yards, man. Some of your favorite podcasts live, like the 85 South Show, Horrible Decisions, Reasonably Shady with Giselle and Robin. We got Checking In with Michelle Williams. We have a business and podcasting panel with Tamika Mallory and Teslin Figueroa. You heard Teslin on earlier today. So make sure you go get your tickets. It's all hosted by me and my good sister Jess Hilarious, man. Saturday, April 22nd at Pullman Yards in Atlanta. Go to Eventbrite right now to get your tickets, man. And I'm happy because if we keep going at this pace, we are definitely going to sell out. So make sure you go get your tickets, man. Go to Eventbrite right now. And for more information, go to blackeffect.com. Okay? Okay.
Oh, I just got to tell everybody, too, Drake announced, all my Drake fans, he announced his All Blur tours with 21 Savage. So if you want to get tickets to that, you better get your tickets now because I'm sure it's probably sold out already.
Buy tickets for Black Effect Podcast Festival first.
No, come buy Miss Pat tickets first and then your tickets.
There you go. It's always something for you to do.
Drake don't need no money.
Whether you like podcast, comedy, music, it's something for you to do.
Why my podcast not at your Black Effect? I'm black as hell.
I would love for Miss Pat to be on Black Effect. I thought we tried one time.
Miss Pat,
you ain't never replied to the people, Miss Pat.
Miss Pat, before you do that, make sure you ain't on the road.
All jokes aside, Miss Pat be saying she can't read her emails. She might be right. We sent like 3 emails.
I can read.
And I even showed her. She even showed me in her inbox that it was there. She squinted a little bit, but she ain't never replied to nobody.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. You have a good day, Charlamagne. Have a good day. I can't join the Black Effect right now. I thought you were just having a party down there with podcasts. I'm like, let a sister in. Oh, you got your people up under your, okay.
No, you can come. I'd love to have you there. If you're in town, you probably ain't in town. I'm sure
if I'm in town, I come.
But let's do the positive note, man. The positive note comes from the good sister Nadra Tawwab, man. Her book Drama Free is out right now, a guide to dealing with unhealthy family relationships. But she posted this weekend, repeat after me, I am no longer committed to changing the minds of people who are committed to misunderstanding me. Convincing people to see me as I am is not the best use of my energy. Amen.
Say it again. Say it again.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Y'all finished or y'all done?